Welcome to Mark Allen's Culinary Adventures. I'm excited today because, our show is all about getting up off the couch and into the kitchen. And we've said for years now that everybody should learn how to cook, even doctors. And so today, a doctor is joining us. That's right, Dr. Robin Blackstone. She is the author of these two books, and I think she's got other books. I'm holding this really weird. And we're going to talk about this during the show, too. So stay tuned as we take to the air this beautiful day in Southern California. Well, isn't that a silly opening? Hi, I'm Mark, and during the next half hour or so, we're going to be making a dessert. So it is obvious to me that our doctor guest, Dr. Robin Blackstone, has a sweet tooth. Let's see if that's actually true. We go to Manhattan, New York, my favorite place. And is it true, Robin, that you have a sweet tooth?
I do. Like, I have to admit it. And I don't get to have sweets that often, but I like to have something really delicious. And today, the recipe that we're making, I actually was in Venice and it was at Carnival. And we had this dark chocolate mousse, and it was so delicious. And so when I got home, all my friends wanted me to make it for them.
We're going to start the mousse. I just wanted to say that we're going to talk about Dr. AI changing the healthcare system. One way to do that apparently is to limit your sweets. Let's start. I'm going to show you what chocolate I bought. I bought two different kinds. I bought a 70 and a 78. And Lind, which is really interesting, has up to a 95% chocolate.
Yeah.
And I thought that might be too bitter.
I bought to show you because when I made this for my friends, I actually went over to Italy, which is right around the corner, and I tried a couple of different ones. Like, you have the one that goes up to 90%. I like this one that's 75%. But generally, if you get a little bit higher grade of chocolate that has more cocoa in it, the consistency is better. So because it has more cocoa butter. And so I kind of like that. I what I would do is maybe buy one that's high and one that's not quite so high, and taste them to see what your taste is, what taste you like.
I was going to taste them, but the other thing is the recipe calls for 8 ounces of chocolate, half a pound. And they've made, instead of, these used to be 4-ounce bars, they're 3.5. What are yours?
Yeah, mine are, let me look and see. I think it's 2.75 ounces. So it's less than 3 ounces, but it's New York, so they charge twice as much for a less.
Oh, I'm going to break up the chocolate. Oh, I can already smell.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate.
Isn't that great smell?
Yeah, it's a day without chocolate is, I don't know. I'm going to break that into smaller pieces in just a minute.
Yeah, that's what I do too, is I put them down to that one little square each, and then I try not to eat any.
I'm going to try because, my producer has chocolate running in her veins. And if I were to eat that and not share, that would not be good. All right. Should I break them just into the squares? Is that good enough?
That should be, that's what I always do, is I just break them in little squares. And
now
it's nice because they melt a little more evenly, Mark, when you do that.
So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to I need to put the water in first, I think, before
Yeah.
I turn the heat on.
Yep. And did you get a little bit of coffee to add to this?
I did.
Cool.
I've got.
I was going to tell you, there's a place in New York, if you like coffee, it's called Devotion. Worth it. It's so
Is it?
good. So what I did was I went over because I go in every morning and I said, I was wondering if you could give me, I'll pay for two like tablespoons of espresso. They go, we're going to give you 2 tablespoons. What are you doing with it? I said, I'm making a chocolate mousse. So I made it with my favorite coffee.
Oh my.
Yeah, they were really nice about it, It's awesome.
People can be nice, right?
You know what? Most people are nice. That's the truth
I,
of it.
I agree. Okay, now we're going to melt this down. Should I melt this before I add the coffee? And I've got this on a very, very low heat.
So, yeah, what I usually do is put the chocolate and the coffee and the water in, and then put it on low heat. And then, it'll just continue it already makes it warm. So it starts to melt as you see already. But I put the coffee in now so that it really gets integrated into
Okay.
the mix.
So I'm going to hold this up. Oh, there. Where am I holding? I'm holding. Is that enough? Is that enough or more?
You want a good tablespoonful.
Okay.
It
A good.
depends on how much you like chocolate. So, I mean, like coffee taste. So that's something that you can kind of adjust. I like coffee taste. Yeah, that'll be great. And the difference is just the grind is a little bit finer
Right.
on espresso powder than it is on coffee. That's the only real difference. Same coffee.
And got it.
Now you want to stir that. Yeah, there you go. This is fun. I've never cooked with somebody on Zoom before.
Yeah, well,
and you don't want it to get too burnt at all, so make sure it's kind of low.
Yeah.
And all the water will get absorbed here in a minute. Yeah, see how it kind of thickens a little bit?
Yes. A lot of chemistry, a lot of cooking is chemistry, right?
True, that's true, yeah. Are you going to put a little vanilla in or no?
I am.
Yeah,
I'm going to put a teaspoon.
Yeah, just a teaspoon. It's plenty.
Is that
you know how vanilla is. Yeah, that's great. Vanilla's great. And I like that you're cooking with normal appliances like spoons.
Carol always wants me to use, the measuring spoons, he thinks.
Yeah. So you want to get it until it's just kind of got that smooth consistency. Now, you probably should go ahead and turn it off now. Turn the burner off. And then you want to let it just get cool.
All right. I'm going to leave that there. In the meantime, what we need to do, I think, is separate the yolk or the wheat from the shaft, as they say.
The men from the boys.
The men from the boys.
This is the hard part of the recipe, honestly. I think it's. Oh, yeah. Whoa. I see. You're using technology.
Oh, here it is.
Like Dr. AI is using technology.
Yeah. Well, so we have this. I don't know. Somebody gave it to me. We bought it. And my son, who is a chef, our son is a chef, said, Dad, that's not how you separate eggs. You don't do that. Right. So I'm going to show you how. Yes, he did.
All right, good. See, he's with us, even though he's not there today.
That is true. So I'm going to take these out.
Yeah, it's really important in this recipe, as you've done, is to make sure that you've got eggs that are at room temperature. So you don't want the eggs to be cold when you do this part.
No. And when you're making hollandaise sauce or béarnaise, you want your eggs to be at room temperature as well. Because if they're cold, It don't work.
It doesn't work. And then you're wondering, like, why is this chocolate it's not holding itself together?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack the egg, and we're gonna put the egg in there.
Now,
You're gonna love
wanna...
this, Robin. This is how.
Bravo, bravo. That's the best thing I've seen on television.
It's
great.
dinner.
That's great. What a great idea. See, because I was taught, when you separate the shell, then you're supposed to kind of put it back and forth.
Right.
And then you put the egg yolk. But the problem is that when it breaks, then it gets, messes up the whole thing. So this is a really good foolproof way to do this.
And like that.
Wow. Impressive.
Oops.
This was, I was the most worried about this step.
Yeah. I'm always worried about it too when I make, if I make brunch or something.
Yeah, no, it's great. It reminds me though that, it's a funny metaphor for medicine right now, because on the one hand, you have this technique, right, that really changes and makes sure that you can execute on the plan. On the other hand, you kind of have this kind of tactileness and this kind of overall, tradition of using it. And so, that's kind of a very good metaphor for where we are in healthcare right now. We're caught in this place between using technology and honoring culture. And so, in a funny way, this cooking is a lot about what the book's about.
I neglected to say that you're a surgeon. I'm going to beat
this is the part where you really have to really put the elbow grease in on this one.
And get them
because
still.
You want them to change color. That's really the way you've beaten the egg yolks enough. And I think in this recipe, this is a real key, because a lot of people don't realize that the egg yolks will turn almost white when they're ready, when you put enough elbow grease in. There's a lot about healthcare that really never got built. It's not like this recipe where it's clear and you can make good decisions about how to make it. A lot of it is really complicated to the point where it's got so much friction you can't even navigate it, And so there's a lot of people suffering for that. First of all, our costs are out of control. Second, we're not doing a lot of good prevention. And there's a lot of people that don't have any insurance. And
I agree with you.
I'm going to take it on. I'm going to try to fix it. I think you're starting to have an effect here.
Yes, it's thickening up. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you want it to be pale and thick. So you're getting there. But it's definitely lemon colored, right?
Yes.
Looks like it to me.
Now, do I put the chocolate in the egg or the egg in the chocolate? Or does it matter?
So you put the chocolate into the yolks.
Got it. This is a spatula.
And you do it a little bit at a time. So you do some and you kind of, generally gradually beat the chocolate mixture into the yolks. So you might want to get a spoon or a spatula and use that to move it.
Can I ask you one question first?
Yeah.
Am I allowed?
Oh, yeah. You have to taste it.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, this is awful. Carol, you're not going to like this.
Carol, you're not going to get any of it. And then just stir it in and kind of beat it in. And you can put a little more probably than that even.
Okay. Now, and one of the things that I did like about your recipe is that there's no dairy.
Yeah. Now that does have eggs, and so
Right.
people need to be aware that there's eggs in there. So if you have an allergy to eggs, you won't want to make this. And there's some workarounds you can do instead of eggs, but honestly, it's not the same. I would just pick a different dessert if I had egg allergies.
Yeah.
But in New York, allergies are very much inquired about. You can't go to dinner here and have someone they'll listen to your order and they'll ask you, do you have any allergies? Because they make a lot of sauces here, and you know, those sauces sometimes have things in them that would make people allergic, like shrimp juice from shrimp, stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
really an art form here.
I turned the thing
You okay?
on. My hand. Yes. Is there a
You
doctor in the
okay?
house?
No, I'm sorry. I can't there in time. Oh my goodness. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a wuss. I'm a baby. I'm a guy. What can I tell you? Um,
You said it,
okay.
not me. Just
I
let you
know.
know.
I know my. Oh, I know. This. I have
All right.
just a
So
tad of salt, right?
yeah, just a little pinch.
Okay. I'm using Melissa's Himalayan pink salt,
Oh,
and one of the reasons I'm doing that is because it's just salt. There's no cake fillers or
yeah,
anything else,
that's really great.
and I use this a lot um, when I'm fermenting. I'll make pickles or tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
kimchi. So, all right, now we'll start this.
Okay, here we go.
Whoa. Okay. Can you hear me over this?
I can.
Oh, good. So this should
Yeah.
whip up.
Now, are you on a high? Are you on a high setting?
High speed, not yet. Should I be?
Yeah, I usually start out a little slower, but now I think you can go to a higher setting. Yeah,
All right, here we go.
there you go.
If it goes under my ceiling, you're going to have to come over and help clean.
It's a little bit of a ways from me.
I know.
And the thing about this is, you want to make sure that they don't get dry, if you know what I mean. Like, you want them to be stiff. The peaks need to be really stiff.
Right.
You don't want to do it too much, or it'll get kind of dry, and then it's kind of over its. You've done it. The proteins are broken up too much.
The I don't
So you
know if
want
it's.
it. I'll tell you when it's ready yet. But it's almost
Okay.
where if you move the beater, then it
Right.
stays that exactly like that. Yeah. So you're not quite there. It's probably another 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I like to move it around so that you get a really good. Yeah, it always sounds like that too.
Yeah. Sounds like it's breaking. What we're going to do at the end is putting this into some um, glass jars uh, uh, for presentation, and we'll cool these down for about a couple hours, 3 hours or so.
Great. And that's what usually I do if I'm having people over. Then I'll put them in individual, like not a bowl, but a little tiny like cup. So
Right.
because it's so rich, you don't want to put too much in there. And then I actually will make homemade cream.
Ooh.
From a really good cream, like a nice little small bottle, and put a little bit. Sometimes I don't put any sugar in though. And then I beat that cream and I do a little bit of whipped cream on the very top. And that's nice.
Well, I was thinking, we were talking about Italy, and this is based in Italy. This would be nice with the Prosecco.
Yes, it would be nice. It would be nice. I think chocolate goes with pretty much everything.
I agree. Let's go with ketchup. No shit.
Maybe not ketchup. You know, the other thing that I love about New York is the French fries. Honestly,
Oh yeah.
you can't get a bad French fry in this town. It's really hard. Like, if a place has bad French fries, I think nobody goes there because. And I see people go in like a couple that go in and they'll go to the bar and they'll sit and have a cocktail, you know, or a drink, but then they order French fries and then they ask for all these different condiments and they make their own like sauce for their French fries. That's like a couple thing. It's like the couple has their sauce that they make for their French fries. And it's so funny. And the first time I saw it, I asked the bartender, I go, what's up with that? And he goes, it's kind of a fad, you know. People really like it. It's just a culture thing, you know. And then so much of health is driven by that.
The French fries. I'm not a big French fry eater. I'm not a big fried food eater.
That's good.
Until I got married.
Oh, then what happened?
Carol converted me there. I'm going to stop this for a second.
Okay, let's see how it looks there. Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, it's getting there. It's, you know, it's hard for me to see it, so you're going to have to be the better judge. But see on the edges, they still have a little frothiness.
Yeah.
But you're very close. You're very close now.
Oh, it's...
Yeah.
But,
I think you're about right there. I think that's...
Right there? You think it's coming up? All right.
I do. Yeah, I think that's going to work.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you.
So now you're just going to take a little bit of that white, egg white, and you're just going to put it in the chocolate and then really gently fold it in, kind of over and over like you're folding something, like you're folding a towel.
Okay, it is.
Yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be really great. That's fine. And then fold it. Yeah. Take that out and let Carol have it so she can have a taste. And use a spatula. Use a spatula like the one you have there.
Oh.
So take the egg whites out with a spoon maybe, and then use a spatula to turn it. Yeah, and then you just use that motion. No,
like that.
You're folding. Like you're folding it.
Like that.
Yes, that's better. Just a little better.
Hey.
You know, don't stab it though. You could go down and scoop up the chocolate and fold it over itself.
Like that.
Yes. That's
I think I should. Okay. Oh, thank you.
See that?
You must have been great at teaching other surgeons.
Oh, I love to teach
surgery.
I love to teach surgery. Yeah, I love to teach it. I had to teach it to my nurse practitioner because she assisted me all the time. And then when I had residents and stuff, then I taught that. Okay, you want to do it real gently. Don't stab it. Just really gently and patiently.
Yeah.
Okay, now you should take a little bit more of that. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more?
A little bit more, yeah. There you go. Yeah. A little bit more like that. Yep, that'll good. That's perfect. So about a third of the bowl is what I say at one time. Then you fold it over. Oh, you're doing good.
Oh, thank you.
Stand. Yeah, turn the bowl around so that you get it from different angles.
Okay.
Don't stab it.
I have it.
No stabbing allowed.
No stabbing allowed.
We're not giving you.
Yes.
We fold it. Don't do that. Just don't do that.
Like that.
We fold it. Yeah. Fold it over. Yeah. And you can drag the spatula backwards. So fold it over. Stop when you've got it folded. Go ahead.
Okay.
Stop right there, and then then you can drag it back.
You mean drag it back like that?
A little bit, yeah. Fold it and drag it back. See, so you're exposing the part of the chocolate that you haven't exposed already. There, that's good. So it's almost kind of like you're turning the chocolate over from the bottom. So you're kind of turning it over your hand like that. Yep. You're getting it. It's looking good.
Oh,
now you have to add some more. Add some more.
Mm.
This is the part that takes a lot of patience.
I have no patience.
You kind of want to pat it down, but you don't want to do that. So you want to just take it from the bottom, fold it over, go to the other side and fold it over.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Trim the bowl. There. Yeah. Yeah, good. Carol, you got him whipped into shape over there.
Took a long time.
Yes.
Yes. How long has it been since you guys were married? How long?
100 years.
It feels like 100 years. We can say it. We're proud. I'm proud of it.
Go to that white edge over there. Don't stab it.
This one.
There. Yeah, right there.
Bring it here.
Fold it in. Fold it in. Nice. Take your time. And then put some more in. This is how you get through a surgery when somebody doesn't know how to do it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there you go. And I would do it in two more batches after this one. This is a key part.
Yeah. Oh, when I go out, I can get some whipped cream. I love whipped cream.
Yeah, just, I always get the actual, not half and half, but actual cream in liquid.
Yes.
And then, not a small jar of it, because you don't want to have that stuff around. It's just really bad. So, but I just get a little small jar of it, and then I just do it that way. You're doing pretty good. It's looking like the consistency's coming together.
Yes, it is. I can, I want to...
Be kind and gentle.
So I have a question. You were a cardiovascular surgeon.
No, I was a surgical oncologist for a number of years. So I did cancer surgery, and then I noticed that most of my cancer patients were also big, and they had diabetes, and they had heart problems. And so I really began to be interested in that intersection of chronic disease, and cancer. And so I started studying it. I created kind of a specialty around it. And then I went to university and taught about it and wrote about it.
Wow.
A lot. So, and the kind of surgery we did back in the early 2000s for this, for obesity, was really dangerous. And the death rate from those surgeries was very high.
Oh.
And so what I did was I decided we needed to change that, of course. And so I actually led an effort that got me elected as one of the first women to be elected to a major surgical society presidency. And with the support of the board and the support of the membership, we implemented a surgical quality system and a very rigorous data-driven process. And that changed the death rate from 1 in 200 to 1 in 11, which is a better odds than you have having gallbladder surgery. So it was really, really effective. And I think that gave me courage to attempt to change healthcare. I've worked on a big project like that before. So I'm calling everybody who feels the same way I do to this banner so that we can together get this changed.
I want to be your media person. We'll talk about that. Do you take supplements and vitamins?
I take vitamin D, and I take vitamins for, like the kinds of vitamins that your brain likes to have and, your body likes to have at our age. because when you get to be a little older, you don't eat very much. Like I don't eat very much.
Oh,
Okay, let's see how
boy.
that looks. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Okay, now
And this will.
now you want to divide it up and refrigerate it.
Okay.
Did you
I'm
taste
gonna
it?
just not yet, but I can't wait.
I think you should have a little. Yeah, don't do that. Don't stir it.
Oh,
You
don't.
don't want to
Okay.
stir it because then it gets watery. So
Oh,
you
I
want
see
it to
why.
not get watery. So
Got it.
when you fold those egg whites in, you want it to be set, kind of.
Got it. So let me taste it.
You're eating a whole bowl yourself right there.
I am. Right. Right. Oh, Carol, you're not going to like this.
I
No.
can see that she will. Yeah.
It's bittersweet. It is not sugary. And I really, really like that.
Yeah.
I can't use the same. Can I?
It's really
No.
an important it's an important point about this dessert is that it's not sweet. And you know what's great about that? Because it doesn't have that artificial cloying sweet taste, you stop eating it. Like you eat a small amount of it and then you go, okay, I'm done now.
What do you mean that you're eating a small amount? You can eat a small amount. I'm not eating a small amount. This is.
Now, come on, you told me you were going to put it in separate jars and then you'll, have it for your friends. Didn't you say that? Did you say something about that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are perfect. Yeah.
Right? And how do I put it?
I maybe make 4 of them. Do you have 4 of those glasses?
I think
That's about the right amount.
we're only going to do two of
Okay.
these now. One reason is we have no friends. You're it. And
I doubt that. Doubt that.
oh, I know. I've got the perfect thing for this is that.
A ladle.
A ladle. Kind of a.
Cool. Looks like it's going to be good. I think you might have stirred it a little bit too much, but when you put it in the fridge, it'll set up a little bit more.
Oh my! I'm spilling it all over the place. I'm only going to make one. I'm going to let Carol do the rest because she's going to be better at that.
Yeah, that'll be good. Well, then you get to lick it. That's so nice. Does it have a good flavor though? Do you like it?
Yes, it's not sweet, as I said. I think it's really, really good. Robin, thank you so much. You're busy in your new career of changing America. Just a couple of brief questions. We have a vitamin D deficiency throughout the country.
Correct.
There have been several studies on that. The Organic and Natural Health Association did one a few years ago with the Grassroots organization, which we'll have on. I think we've invited her on this show too, but also on Late Night Health, and she's down in San Diego. And you'll love Karen from Organic and Natural. She's in DC. We need to do something. Our system is broken, and we need to.
We do.
We need to get together.
We're going to. The people that can fix this is us. We have that power, and we just have to understand exactly where we bring the pressure, where we put the levers, and I'll tell you, right now, the doctors, the nurse practitioners, the nurses, they're all feeling really, really caught in the system. So we're all kind of on the same page here.
Yeah.
And I think we can get there. And I'm hoping that, I can lay out some of the ideas to get the medical schools on board, to get the nursing schools there, to really bring the pressure that needs to be brought to bear to get this to change. And I think we can do it. So I'm excited.
Let me show you. Let me show you the books. Dr. AI. We didn't even get halfway to where I wanted to go. So Robin, you'll have to come back in a month or so. Okay.
You're welcome. I will.
Another recipe. And who gets the money? Without reading the book, Robin, the insurance companies, I said it earlier, they're making bank. It's awful, terrible. Thank you, Robin. So
thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. What's for dinner tonight before we go?
I'm having, we have our Union Market, our green market on Fridays, and my two favorite people are there, and they make these unbelievable lettuces, and so I'm having a big fresh salad with carrot and some cucumber and, just a bunch of really good greens and a nice little dressing. So that's dinner for me tonight in New York.
Wow. Well, we wish we were with you, and enjoy the good weather. You're welcome. Enjoy the good weather. I've been noticing.
Thank goodness.
Been nice.
It's a long winter.
Yes.
Especially
all right.
From Arizona.
Oh, that's right.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Hold on.
Congratulations. See you.
Bye, right. Bye. Hold on, Robin. Hey, listen. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. This is a great dessert, and these books are really important to take a look at. All right, we'll be back next time with a surprise. It's almost Cinco de Mayo, so maybe we'll do something around that. We'll see you later. Bye for now. Okay.